When I say dating is dead, I'm talking about men and women getting together, finding one another, whether it's on an app, whether it's on social media, or just meeting in person, sitting down for a nice dinner. It doesn't have to be as expensive as people make it seem nowadays, because that's not how it used to be. But since social media, it seems like everyone's in competition with one another. This is the main reason why dating is dead. A lot of people are competing to see who can take someone out to the most extravagant restaurant, who could pay the most for a meal, not even knowing the person. So you're basically making an investment on something that you don't know is going to work out or not, which is dumb, right? So now you go, let's say, on 3 dates a week. Some people do. Some people don't get any. But let's say you go on 3 dates a week and you are dishing out hundreds of dollars per date. Guess what? Unless you're making money like that, you're probably going to go broke. So is it actually worth it for somebody that you may not know a month from now, 2 months from now? You may only date for 3 months, 4 months, and then it ends? No, to me, it's not worth it. And this is the reason why a lot of people are getting away from dating apps. Now, Bumble, of course, has people who test their site out to see why people are not engaging anymore, why people are not swiping left or swiping right, why people are not actually paying for subscriptions, which I implore you not to do, because it makes no sense. Dating apps are trash, and it is a setup, straight like that, especially if you are a man. Trust and believe, most women find most men unattractive anyway. So unless you're Mr. GQ and you're showing the bag on social media or these dating apps, guess what? You're probably not getting any matches at all. It is a known fact, like I said, not feelings, that most men swipe right on most women, but most women swipe left on most men. So if you are a man and you get that swipe, trust and believe, she might ghost you after you have a couple of conversations or after you say hi. So it doesn't even matter what you do on these dating apps. And they are also used for attention seekers, those who want to get attention. Because again, y'all know that men swipe right most of the time. So if you're a woman who wants attention, you can go on a dating app and get all the validation that you want, and you do not even have to respond to any of them. So this is the video I am about to bring you now, because Bumble is doing away with the swiping. You cannot swipe left or right anymore. And I'm curious as to find out what this new feature is, because they want to improve the app so that they can keep suckers like you, people like you, coming back to the dating app. And the more they retain your attention, guess what? The more they get paid.
All right, you guys have a lot of questions about dating apps. 'Tis the season with summer on the way. We're following your clicks and curiosity, and it looks like you guys want to know more about a big move from Bumble and what it all means for dating culture and even burnout. So let's break it down. We've got our Mike Muse up first, then matchmaking expert 𝗗𝗃𝗀𝗀. Guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let's start with Bumble looking to shake up the online dating world by ditching its left-right swipe feature. Mike Muse swipes right on all things tech for us, so he's here to talk about it. Mike, ditching the swipe is a huge deal. I'd be lying if I said I didn't meet my fiance on Bumble a few years ago. What's Bumble saying about it?
Yeah, well, that's a key word right there. A few years ago, dating has changed so much, and what they're noticing is that daters are now experiencing fatigue when they do get on these apps. And what they're saying is that there is low engagement, low frequency, and really what they're saying is that they're seeing a low intervals and percentages of the chats being online actually going into physical in real life dating. And so what they're hoping to do, using AI for compatibility, to help the user create better dating profiles, to help better prompts, and to really find best interest to match on there so it can be more efficient versus solely looking at the vanity aspect of just looks alone, because Gen Zers now are looking for more authentic relationships. And
Gen Z is not looking for any type of relationship at all. Have y'all not heard that men are walking away from dating, especially Gen Z? They don't want to get into the hassle of paying for dates, planning the dates, going out on dates, and then nothing comes out of it. It's a waste of your time. You could spend that time doing something else productive. So men are getting away from dating. And again, like I told you, women who use those apps is usually for validation. They're not looking to go out on dates with these men. They find most of them attractive. They find most of them unattractive anyway. Trust me. I've asked some ladies that are on these dating apps what they felt about the men on there. All they did was laugh. So that tells you all you need to know. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are not meeting in person is because, again, you may get a friendly swipe and it's just friendly. They may like your profile. They may like what you said in said profile, one of your pictures, but they don't have any intentions on actually meeting you and dating you. That's another thing that we have to look at when it comes to dating. And the most important thing of all is that now that they are introducing AI, how do you know you're actually speaking to someone real on the other end of that phone?
Authentic experiences.
Yeah, Mike, you're my AI guru on all things AI, so we've got to get into this. Bumble is introducing an AI assistant. How would that even work?
So the AI assistant is to do what I just mentioned in the sense of helping optimize their profile. A lot of times users don't really know what they should be putting in their profile or really how to best optimize the things that are really their best attributes. And so what the AI assistant will do will help them identify that, put it into words, and then help encourage a more compatible matches.
So basically, it's not your words. Someone is going to be reading your profile written by AI. That's exactly what it is. So it's not actually your words. Okay, cool. So let AI help me with my bio. And it writes a really nice bio for me. Now, it's time for me to meet this woman and conversate with her, right? And converse with her. Guess what? I don't know what to say because I didn't actually write that bio. I'm lost for words. I'm not even an extrovert. I'm an introvert. So I'm shy as hell around her. Now, she's sitting across from me at dinner wondering, what's going on? Why is this guy not talking? In his bio, it says that he is lively, he is the life of the party, he likes the same things that I like, but he's not saying anything. Why is he just sitting there? It's because AI helped me with my bio. So they are actually saying that AI will know you better than you know yourself. So AI might as well start dating AI. Why are we using AI to help us date now? This is crazy to me. And again, like I just mentioned earlier, how are you going to know that you're not speaking to AI on the other line?
The challenge, though, is going to be what happens when they do meet up in real life, right? Will it be so agentic?
I told you, I don't miss. I am now 41 for 41 from the three-point line. I just mentioned that, and that's exactly what is going to happen. AI is going to write messages for you. I guarantee you. AI is going to respond for you. I guarantee you. And the person on the other end is going to fall in love with AI, not your words, not who you actually are.
And what about the user on the other side of the chat? Can they trust what is being presented is authentic? Can they trust that they actually are talking to a
I'm 42 for 42 now. I don't miss. What did I just say?
Humans AI representative, and then who shows up for coffee, right? I think that is going to be the telltale sign to see how this works. But in
That's a
theory,
fact.
I do support the idea of optimizing the matching. The challenge is going to be in real life practices when they do meet up in person. What would be the representative and what would the conversation be like? Or is it too overly AI produced?
Yeah, Mike, you just touched on this. The times are changing, especially around dating. What does this say about where the online dating world is headed?
It's dead.
The online dating world is looking for more authentic experiences. You know, I have a lot of friends right now who are currently using the apps, and what I keep hearing is the exhaustion of it. And what they're hearing is that they'd rather just opt out altogether and go back to the traditional way of meeting in real life, meeting in a physical dynamic. Because what you're seeing right now is when you use these dating apps, it's almost like how we use Instagram, how we use TikTok. It's just doom scrolling. And
They say that social media, Instagram, TikTok, it's all they're dating apps. People are meeting each other on those apps anyway. So who actually needs dating apps. It's the same concept. As you can see, it's swiping. So you do doom scroll, and then you match with one person, you're conversing with them, you match with another, you start conversing with them, then another, and then before you know it, you're conversing with 10 people, and they're conversing with 20 people. Now, how are you supposed to hold their attention, and how are they supposed to do the same for you? This is why this is a bad practice, but people are going to continue doing it because some people are actually hopeless romantics, not knowing that this is just a setup.
Mindless scrolling, which is what Bumble is hoping to do to disrupt that pattern of doom scrolling, to disrupt that pattern of feeling like it's TikTok and feel like it's Instagram, and to go back to assisting in authentic relationships. And so that's a challenge that Bumble and other dating apps are going to have to place, is that individuals now are looking elsewhere to find their forever partner, as a lot of these dating reality shows says. My person, I think they say.
Yeah,
My person.
no. For sure.
That's how you know you're headed for failure. My forever person, my partner. Yeah. Okay. How are we supposed to meet traditionally or organically when we're doing it online? It takes away from meeting organically in person. When you met someone outside in the real world and not behind these screens.
Mike, I appreciate you, man. Let's bring in 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗗𝗀𝗃. He's the CEO of 3-Day Rule Matchmaking, and actually he used to work at Bumble. Adam, you're a former Bumble employee. What's your reaction to the app breaking up with the swipe? Were you shocked?
Oy, that's what I have to say. I think that it's interesting that Bumble is trying to fix the problem they created or helped to create, this infinite scrolling, infinite possibilities, and this paradox of choice. It doesn't really work. It's interesting because on average, a person spends 5 years on a dating app, and these dating apps have a 9% success rate.
Whoa, did he just say a 9% success rate? Yeah, I heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen, 9%. And then you spend 5 years on these apps trying to find a match. Now, what that does is make a man go broke and make a woman increase her body count. That's just how it is, because you are constantly meeting people, dating, and then falling out of love, or whatever the case might be, if you even fall in love with them. And then you do it again, repeat. So they try to keep you on these apps because they make their money from subscriptions. If they had a success rate of, let's say, 90%, guess what? They would go broke because people would not return to the apps. They want to keep you on the apps. This is the reason why when you first get on the app, of course, they're going to show you some of the best looking people, because that's what you're going off of when you first swipe right or left on someone, their looks, appearance. So they're going to show you some of the most appealing people. This is the reason why at the beginning, when you first sign up, they ask you what your type is. What type of person do you like? So that they know exactly who to put in front of your face, when in actuality, you're not conversing with any types of people that look like that.
That's $50,000 worth of your time, and most people have nothing to show for it.
Do you think this could actually help single people go on better dates and make better connections? Like, is this a sign of positive change for you?
Yeah, you know what? I think Bumble and Tinder and some of these other apps are moving in the direction of where a company like 3-Day Rule is. They're moving into the matchmaking space. Matchmaking matches high-intent people so that they actually want to meet in real life and go on dates with the intention of high-level relationships. And I think that all these people are burnt out from the swipe culture, from infinite scrolling, superficial, all that information hasn't done anything. And so now we're all moving into the matchmaking space and modernizing matchmaking so that it applies not only to the 50+ category, but to the 20s and 30s and 40s as well.
Yeah, and break it down. What do you think about the AI of it all? Do you think this has a place in the dating world, or are you like, no, no, no?
Look, dating is a skill that most people don't have. Unfortunately, you need to learn how to be a good dater. And where do we learn that from? From The Bachelor, from reality TV, from our parents, and from what we see on television.
From The Bachelor and reality TV. Now, most definitely your parents. I do agree with him on that. That's exactly who you should be learning how to date from, your family members. That's how it was before. But now you have The Bachelor and reality TV. Do they not know how fake all of those shows are? Not to mention, these are the types of people that are creating these apps for you. People that don't even know you, nor how to date themselves.
Closely. And so it would be really nice for someone to teach us good dating culture, good dating practices. And so I think that having these AI wingman and wingwoman or wing person in these apps to teach you how to have productive, really good conversation to get from point A to point B to point C is really meaningful if you do it correctly and if the intention is to get you into a long-term relationships. Remember, a lot of these apps are trying to solve the problem that they created, keeping us hooked on these apps and actually single with a 9% success rate.
Huh. Adam, you're the expert. We both know that it's rough out in these streets. It's almost summertime. What's your advice for people who are feeling the burnout or fatigue from these apps?
Yeah, get out there. You know, I feel like a lot of people think this is the necessary evil. We have to be on these apps because everyone else is on these apps. Okay, fine. Download a couple of these apps, do some chatting on there, but go to events. Go to the beach, go to the park, go to concerts, go to festivals, get yourself out there. And this summer, I want all of you out there who are single to just say yes. Put yourself out there, go into running clubs, whether you're in Miami or New York or LA or anywhere in the country. There's amazing run clubs, tons of singles. You get to meet interesting people that have an interesting life, job, career, prospects, aspirations, and that may be how you find your person, not through an app, but through IRL in the wild.
Yeah.
Now, that's some advice that I can definitely stand behind and agree with Adam on, but at the same time, you have to watch who you encounter or come across out there in the real world too, because you have to understand something. They are still dealing with social media. They still have social media. So you may meet that person organically and they are still on these dating apps, still searching for people on social media. So are you really dating that person? Are they really monogamous? When they say they want a relationship with you, is that for real? Because they still get that attention from social media and the dating apps. See, that's the problem where before, years ago, we didn't have social media. So you didn't have that grand of a reach to where you can contact hundreds and thousands of people. You had to have contact with the people in your town, in your city, in your vicinity. So now that you have this grand reach and you can reach so many different people, you are looking for attention elsewhere. So it's hard for somebody you meet organically to actually hold your attention. Where I agree with him on is when you go to bike clubs, when you go to book clubs, when you go racing or biking, when you go swimming, when you go to these places, you will meet people who like the same things you do. You like similar things. So of course you may have a better response to them, to dating them, than you would on an app where I could put down anything on the app and say that I like doing this, I like doing that, just to attract someone who likes the same thing I put down, but I actually don't. So you can get tricked on social media as well and these dating apps. Is AI going to help us date better? I doubt it. As AI advances, I honestly say human beings are becoming dumber. That's just how it is. Keep watching, because I guarantee you this new feature that Bumble is introducing, it's not going to help out any bit. It's not going to do us any better. It's not going to help out in any way, because if I wanted to date AI, then I would just date AI. That's just how it is. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.